This is the absolute dumpster fire that is the Madlanga Commission in South Africa. And I gotta tell you, this actually might be the most insane thing I've covered this year. And you know I've been covering crazy things. I even once watched a guy try to speedrun getting arrested. Let me set the stage here so that you don't get confused. We've got a Metro Police Chief named Jabulani Mapiyeye. I know, weird surname, and he's currently testifying. And the stuff coming out of his mouth is so wild that if you were to put it in a Netflix or Tubi series, people would give it 1 star because it's too unrealistic. This man is up there talking about how his deputy, Julius Mkhwanazi, basically turned the entire Ekurhuleni Police Department into his personal GTA online server. Funny that GTA 6 has been postponed while I'm talking about this. So apparently Mkhwanazi made 55 senior appointments and promotions between May and July 2024 without telling anyone. Not his boss, not HR, nobody. Bro just woke up one day and decided, you know what? I'm gonna promote half the department because I feel like it and nobody can stop me. That is the most Sigma male energy I've ever heard of. Except it's also, massively illegal and corrupt. But this guy didn't just stop there. That would be too reasonable. This goober allegedly partnered up with this businessman who you might know. His name is Vusimuzi Ket Matlala. He goes by the name Cat, which is already a red flag because nobody with a nickname like that is running a legitimate operation. But who am I? And together they basically created a shadow police force. Cat's company, Cat VIP Protection, sounds like a name he pulled out of his ass, got hired to do security for the city's state of the city address in 2022. And here's the kicker. Mapiyeye, the actual police chief, only found out about this after it all happened. His own deputy arranged for a private security company to handle municipal security without telling him. That's like your assistant manager hiring a completely different staff and you finding out about it only when you show up to work and don't recognize anyone. No faces you recognize there. But wait, it gets worse. So much worse. Mkhwanazi signed 2 memorandums of understanding with Cat's companies, Cat VIP, Security, and Medicare 24, again without telling his superiors. These MOUs didn't even show up on the municipality's database, which is concerning because that's usually where you put official government contracts. For accountability and stuff. These agreements apparently gave Cat's private company access to surveillance technology to track suspects and monitor criminal movements. Let me repeat that. A private businessman got access to police surveillance tech through a backroom deal with a corrupt deputy police chief. Ha! And because apparently that wasn't enough crime for the day, Mkhwanazi authorized, watch this, the installation of blue lights, the kind reserved for actual police vehicles on Cat's private security cars. This is illegal under the National Road Traffic Act. So now you've got a private security firm cruising around with police lights, police surveillance access, and probably thinking they're in a Michael Bay movie. Don't forget to add Tom Cruise. Oh, and remember that special weapons and tactical unit that Mkhwanazi used to lead? Yeah, there are 5 criminal cases, 5, against 3 of its members, including a 2022 murder case in Brakpan. So the same guy running this corruption scheme was also in charge of a unit where multiple people are facing murder charges. That's not great. Now, here's where it becomes genuinely dystopian. When the Independent Police Investigative Directorate recommended disciplinary action against Mkhwanazi, senior city officials blocked it. The city manager, the HR lead, and the legal and risk management head all apparently said, nah, let him cook. They helped him fake 2 documents that got Ket Matlala even more tender offers. The people who are supposed to stop corruption were actively enabling it. What is happening? Meanwhile, the police minister, Senzo Mchunu, your favorite, got placed on special leave. And the commission's evidence leader advocate Terry Motau, SC, straight up resigned, and Lieutenant General Dumisani Kumalo fell mysteriously ill. Witnesses are refusing to testify under their own names because they're terrified. Experts are saying there are safety problems within the context of this investigation, which is code for people might be unalived if they talk too much. The Political Killings Task Team got disbanded in December 2024. You know, the unit investigating political murders, because apparently that was getting too spicy for a certain someone. Crime intelligence is testifying about possible collusion between police officers and criminals, which raises the question, I know I have to ask this, who exactly is supposed to stop crime when the police are the crime? Winnie the Pooh? Is South Africa still South Africa anymore? At this point, I genuinely don't know. This country has basically become a battle royale server in Fortnite, where the admin is AFK and the players are just doing whatever on earth they want. You've got private militias with police powers, shadow governments within actual governments, and officials who are so brazenly corrupt, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're just out there in broad daylight with their massive bellies because they didn't have to go through any test, doing illegal deals, faking documents for foreign nationals, and then when they get caught, their bosses protect them. This is genuinely one of the most comprehensive corruption scandals I have ever seen. And the fact that it's still unfolding, like this is just the surface. So we probably haven't even seen the worst of it yet. South Africa isn't just experiencing state capture anymore. The state has been fully captured, stripped for parts, and sold on Facebook Marketplace. It's like watching a country speedrun its own collapse, and somehow, they're setting new world records every single day. Are you kidding me? Are you honestly kidding me? How much more are we yet to know? Remember when I was covering the beginning of this commission, I was giving you guys predictions on what I think is going to be uncovered next. We've reached a point I thought was unrealistic myself. And y'all know me, I can get very, 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 very deep with my talk. So when the situation gets even deeper than my talk, then you gotta know stuff is serious. Stuff is getting real. It's reached a point where even thee can't make a prediction on it anymore. I was defending Brown Mokhotsi when they almost took his life until I realized it could have been a staged attempt so that Brown Mokhotsi could get away with something. What is happening in Ningizimu Africa? Comment down below. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen next? This is honestly insane. The Madlanga Commission has become one of the most interesting, yet the most explicitly surprising things we have witnessed this entire year. You're telling me if Mkwanazi didn't say any of those things he said in the press briefing, we would have genuinely not known any of this. Private security companies having access to police surveillance. Why? So that they can have unicorns shoot rainbows out of their asses? We know that if a private security firm has access to police surveillance, it's not for good intentions. Unless it's for a genuine, solid investigation with the permission of the department. This is crazy. Like and subscribe.